Good morning, everyone. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, Tiki's Trinkets and Treasures. Yes, I know I'm glowing. Unfortunately, the light bulb on my other light is on the brick. So, luckily, when we were on our way to my sister-in-law's house last night, I saw batteries and bulbs. So, I think that's where I'm gonna have to go to get the other light bulb for this, if I don't already have one put to the side. But if this is the first of my videos, you're stumbling across in the little corner of the World Wide Web known as YouTube. Welcome. Happy to have you. I hope that you find this informative and entertaining enough that you would want to hit that like button, subscribe, change the notification bell to all so that you never miss the release of one of my videos in the future. If you're a returning viewer, mwah, love you. You guys are the reason why I'm still doing this. Such as Brandy, Michelle, Anita, Tammy, and Barbara. So glad to see you all here. Yes, I forgot to put my lips. Let's go do that real quick. Anyways, this weekend was a flurry of activity. We had the wedding, the my kids were in town, got to see my beautiful granddaughter, and my son-in-law and my daughter, and then we met up with her brothers for breakfast before she went back to California yesterday. I know this is so on my face. Had it maybe better. I don't know. Anyways, today we are going to look at the rest of the collections from the Golem bead. Really, it's gonna be a pain today. He is obviously not a very happy camper this morning. He doesn't want to sit the way he's supposed to. But hopefully we'll get him there. I want to go through the rest of the collection. I Oh, there we go. Don't know what just happened. It's gonna be on Saturday morning. Um, to my face camera. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, we're gonna go over the rest, but oh, sorry. But I talked to Vlad and he sent me a message saying that they would prefer Saturday morning because that's not 1 o'clock in the morning for them. So we're gonna do it on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, noon Central Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I got that correctly. And you guys, I didn't even do it on purpose, but I saved the best for last. The worst part about being a moderator of a sale or the person who's running the auction is I don't get to bid on things. And there are some gorgeous, gorgeous collections. So left that I haven't shown you yet. But I'm very excited to do so. So let's jump into that because I was gonna have to do it after the live, regardless. What? Well, oh, this might be part of the problem with my internet. It is stuck around my chair. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. My internet was being like a pain till just before we started this morning, and I didn't know why. And it's because the cord was underneath the wheels of my chair. So I think we're good now. Alrighty then. So let's get down to the mat, like I said, and then if there's time left over, I kind of have a fun little project I thought we could play around with. We'll see if we have time, but let's take me out. Okay, so I gotta be careful when I take these out. Let me move these out of my way. So I'm not fighting with those. Did I forget to grab scissors? I think I did. Not to here, I have other cutting materials. Okay. Are you here yet? You're gonna want to take notes, Judy. I told you this is the blue period of gold beads. The gold misfit beads, they're beautiful. If you are a blue fan, hi Cheryl, you will love this. This is collection 11. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. I want this set so bad. I want to cry. There's not just 2 of these beautiful beads. There's 4 of these beautiful beads. Oh my word. Then you have like 2 cream. You can see this one. No, you can't because I didn't put it. It's a little misshapen. That's why it was in the misfit pile. We have the 2 blue. Oh my gosh. 4 of these beads in one collection. And those aren't like the big thing. I'm so excited. Okay. And then you get 4 of these, which has the little hole up. You guys, that is 8 focals in one collection. 8. If you didn't want to use them together. You have 8 beautiful focals. Put these with some large size wood beads, which I just so happen to have here. And hang this below some pink. This is like a very subtle, like mix between peach and pink. Come on, focus. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so, and that's the back side, which is just as pretty to me. Oh my goodness. Where is Beth? They are blue. Yes, they are. You too. I'm so glad. Yeah, like I have to do that with Rosanna sometimes too, and I don't get up early enough. Yes, this is the day you want to take notes, Renee. I'm so happy you're on here. I didn't get a chance to like read the comments earlier. I know I asked if you were gonna have to be in the hospital to the surgery. I'm hoping that's not the case. So you can go love on your little fur baby this weekend. I missed you in the comments and just know that you've been missed considerably. So these are beautiful. There's 4 of those, you guys. 4 of those. He could have very easily split this up into 2 collections. So could I. I could have done so. I did have the opportunity, I was told if there were things I wanted to change, whatever, just let them know. We're going over some questions about some of these collections once I'm done here, because I want to have, your girl likes to have as much information as possible, especially when she's selling something. But that is like a really good set to get. 4 of these beautiful beads. And then the 4 tabs as well. You are home. Okay, good. Surgery's in 2 weeks. Okay, we'll chat. I gotta see your face later, live, so I know you're okay. Okay, that was number 11. This is 17, and of course, that's my lucky number, and I can already tell that I'm going to love this set. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. I love when they do this. It reminds me of like leather stitching. And the fact that it's done in like a really dark brown on the cream surface is amazing. You get 2 of those. You get 2 of these beauties. brown and pink, blue and pink. Those are like my fave. And then you get two of these beads that have two holes. So this could be, you don't have to use it as a two-hole bead. You can turn it this way and just run the holes that way, or you can have it this way and you could do a double strand, which would be beautiful. So there you go. There's four nice sized beads. I don't know what happened to my quarter. Know that these are about the size of a quarter, if not a little bit bigger. And then what is our focal? Down my quarter. So you can see, no, you can't. I brought the camera down so you can see better. They're just, yeah, they're the size of a quarter. So, perfect. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. And then there's these two. There's two of these. They're just really simple little flowers. Those would make such cute earrings with a wood bead above it or a pearl. Oh, a great big chunky pearl on top of this. Oh, they wire wrap this with a spiral to kind of show you what you could do with them. So this will be special 17. Pretty. And it has a lot of neutrals. So this is where you can pop like brighter colors with them. So I like having neutrals because it allows you to like go a little crazy in your designs. Did I already open this one? I did. Okay, so this one's already been. So this one has not. This is collection 41. And I think next time we'll discuss it after the fact. Look, the red and gold. It's so pretty. There are a lot of collections with these polka dot beads, and I'm obsessed because the background is matte, and the only part that's glazed are the polka dots themselves. So, how did I forget sizzle? It's not very smart of me. Neither is dropping that. Thank you, Seta. It landed right next to my dog. Good girl. Thank you. She pushed it to me for paw. Oh, no puppies, in case you were on last night. I was talking about the fact she was panting. I don't know why she was panting, but no puppies. So, oh my goodness. These are so cool. That pop of lime green with the red and the gold. Love it. No, I am not selling these now. It will be on Saturday. Hi, Grisha. It'll be on Saturday. Grisha, am I saying your name correct? Because I thought you said it was Grisha. But then I've heard other people pronouncing it other ways, so now I'm not sure. But the sale's Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, noon Central Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so it's Gracia. Got it. Good. Glad I know that now. Oh, wait, we're not done. There's still more in this collection. Wow, wow, wow. I thought I was done. Oh. Oh. Ah. This is a beautiful dusty blue. It's a little bit darker. Look at the detail in those petals. How is this a misfit? I don't understand. I love that it's like diamond. It's nice and chunky. Use 1.5. You can use 2.5 millimeter up to 2.5, I would guess. Looking at the hole. Oh, so pretty. Wow. Yeah, he said they had a lot of fun like going through and picking out and like putting these together because these weren't designed to go this way. These are just beads that they had either in overstock or they were misfit beads. And so they went through and they just put these collections through. I did tell him that I thought it would be good to have some that were just the focals. That way, maybe those who can't afford a full collection would still get an opportunity to purchase. This one is special or collection number 49. Golem Studios special. Special sale. I don't know. This is so pretty. I love that I'm getting to bring these to you guys, but just know the beater inside is like, I can see doing so much with these. So these flowers are similar to the last one. So cool. I have the perfect, this dark blue color in macrame cord. It's drilled this way across the top. I love the built-in veil. I love that. That's so cool. That way none of this art gets covered up. So this is like a really like deep blue, and then the rest of the blue is baby blue. And I have macrame cord that matches this perfectly. So if you win and would like it, let me know because I have plenty of it. And it would go perfectly with this. Perfectly. Oh, that would be so pretty. This is I know that all of you are very excited about these beads, so that's helped. It's kind of like the only thing I could really compare it to is being a breeder, and you get like this little special connection with one of the puppies, but then somebody like absolutely falls in love with that puppy, and you know, like, gonna go to a great home, and so it's like that. These are all going to go to great homes. But they started in mine, so that's okay. Oh, hello, Mary. Yeah, you missed like 4 collections we've done, but I have some. Yes, they're very pretty. So this, like I said, is special number 2. These are, oh my goodness. I have some coral cord that would go with this too, as well as the gold. Look at all the accompanying beads that come with this collection. I love these stripes. This is like a light lime green, but like a really light lime green. The coral, the darker green, the yellow, the just off white. Oh my goodness. And then there's these, which are so cool. Again, the matte where just the polka dots are glazed. Okay. Oh, What a cute little set. USA leather cord has some coral leather that's just this color. This is so funky and cool. See, this bead isn't brown, so that's why it made it a misfit. I'm guessing this one's in there because it's not glazed all the way to the hole. Same with these. I don't know why they're misfits. That would be a very difficult game of Where's Waldo because I'd be more than happy to create with all of these. Oh my goodness, you guys. I gotta take these out and photograph them later. I need to get all the collections photographed. And then I'm gonna put together like a little slideshow or whatever. So in case you missed, the sale is going to be on Saturday. Technically Wednesday night one, but like by 5%. But then it clicked in my head that I should have checked with Vlad to see when he wanted it, and he prefers Saturday morning because it's not 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness. In case you've missed the way that the auction is going to be ran, what is going to happen is I will go through the collection. I will give you specs, kind of talk about it like I am now. So sorry, you'll have to hear this on repeat. But this is the only reason I kind of wish I hadn't opened these because how are these misfits? Those are beautiful. A big chunky pearl right on top. Wood bead. Oh my goodness. Yeah, right? It is such a nod to the 70s. I love it. Oh, go ahead, Georgina. That's good. Oh my God. These are beautiful. And I'm not done. These are thinner than the other beads that I've shown like these. And I think that that's not a bad thing because I think they'd be easier to wear as. Oh, I just bit my nail. It didn't break. But it fit. Holy cow. I wonder. Don't break it either. You break it, you have to buy it. No, just kidding. They're like little, these are all like indentations. Oh my God. What a beautiful set. Your teenage years, you miss them. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but isn't that beautiful, Rosanna? And Rosanna, you need to figure out the price for me on that necklace. I want it, so we'll talk later. Might just have to get you a little doll of money. These are so pretty. This is perfect to go with pearls. Some big, chunky pearls right above those little sunflower motifs is perfect. Okay. Okay, here's some blue for you. Beth and Renee and everyone else that likes blue. Most people do. Jerky tree. I don't think I recognize you from being on one of my videos before. That's okay, Rosanna. I can put down a deposit. Thank you, Anita. I'm so glad to welcome you. Do you prefer to go by Cherokee Tree, or is there another, or is there something else you prefer to be called? You guys, look at the periwinkle. These are everything. Rosanna, this is like the perfect dusty pink. So pretty. And the orange with it. See, they, and that, I mean this as respectfully as possible. They are uninhibited, like children are when they put collections and colors together. Or that's how it seems. It seems to come so naturally that it just, I love having a good little tree is your name. Oh, I love that. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Okay. When I do beading with like the littles in my life that all call me TT, I love designing with them because they don't care about any rules like that has come into their life yet. And so they put together colors I probably would have never put together. And then I'm like, oh, I can do that too. Look at this one. This would also be a good one for macrame cord so that the color kind of travels up. So pretty. This is collection 14, guys. And Rosanna can tell you, she had like, she knows. I told her last night, and I'm like, it's unethical for me to like, oh, I never finished saying how we're gonna do that. So once I put out the collection and we talk about it, we're gonna start a timer, either a minute, 2 minutes. We don't want to like go crazy. And then whoever has the highest bid at the end of that period is the winner. If you're experiencing lag, go ahead and put the highest price you're willing to pay for the piece, and then the collection will go for $1 above the second highest bid. But be prepared because you probably won't be the only one doing that. So that's the fairest way I can think to do it. Just know we will be determining the winner based on the last comment on our server. When you bid on your computer, yours is going to pop up as if it was first all the time because it's not having to travel anywhere. But that's not the time that's not the comment that shows up on our screen. So it will be as the time of our screen. And we're going to have people taking screenshots so that we know who it was. Love this color. So there's those two, then there's these, the leaves. I love the itty bitty teeny tiny flower with the great big leaf. That's so cool. It reminds me of like vines and very pretty. Man, these polka dot beads are just my favorite. I don't know why. I just love the like thing. Did your companion bundle come? Was I right about you liking the matte colors? Yeah, the melons were beautiful. This is a focal. I'm guessing this was a misfit because the glaze right here didn't set right. But again, these are truly one of a kind. Most of these designs, he said, haven't even been because I was like, so how many of are there any of these that have never been seen by anybody? And he's like, the focals, most of them are that. So it's not even just that it has a little mistake here or there. Sometimes the coloring, the glaze, the pattern, whatever, when it was all said and done, they either weren't thrilled about it or there were like little errors, things like that. I call that personality and our luck that they agreed to do this because now these beads are going to be used and not just sitting in a box in the studio or their storage room. And they've already been going through and finding other ones they'd like to do. So 70s. You guys are so right. These are just like the. This is such a pretty red. They might not have liked how the colors separated a little bit. I think it's beautiful. I think it ties the red into the purple. Not that that was the original thought or theory, because again, these weren't complete collections. Look. Yeah, this is definitely like a 60s, 70s thing. I feel like I need to come to the auction with like a headband tied around that way. Yeah, exactly. He did in fact say that. He said some of them are just the color. So I'm really excited, you guys. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. They said they've already been poking through other boxes, so we need this to be like a great sale so we can do it again. Okay, this is collection 24. There are a few collections that I opened up last night. That will be in some pictures and stuff. So again, the browns and yellows and oranges. Yeah, they probably didn't like the way the glaze set on this. I love these. These again look like leather to me. So this is pocket 24. I will have all of these photographed and numbered, and then I will be putting together like a little show, like a little kind of PowerPoint presentation type thing that I'm gonna run as a short on my channel, as well as in his and things of that nature. And on TC's Trinkets and Treasures on, and please, I'm doing the link after I finish up here. Once I've got it and I post it, please post it in your group. They're so pretty. I really do want this, and we will be shipping them. If you're willing to pay for the shipping, we can ship them wherever you are. So, I'm really sad about all the tariffs and stuff. This is one that I opened last night, but then again with the lime greens. And I like that they popped in the lighter version of the green so that it, for those who maybe don't see the beauty in these simplistic beads, they probably just didn't like the glaze on these. Maybe they didn't like the, what am I trying to say? The matte in those beads, but I'm kind of obsessed with them and want to order them in a bunch of different colors because I really, really, really like them. Okay. Golem's collection 31. how I got that one in the bag. It's like that. These are cool. I think they are what's the thing you blow on? Dandelion. And there's just a couple left. That's what I see when I'm looking at this. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a dandelion that's had all of its fluff blown off. There's some orange, green, and brown leaves go with it. And then you can pull out the purple. That's indeed what it is. Because this is the purple. That's so cool. And this is very nice size. This is and I will make sure that I have like my ruler out. So if anybody has any questions. So this is about 1.75 inches across. So not 2 inches, but not far. It's like between 3/4 and 2 inches. 1 3/4 and 2. This is collection 34. Do you guys think that the wood makes a good background for the day of the sale? Okay, you get 4 of these little, are these cabbage? No. Okay, so these are drilled side to side. This is with it at the top. There are 4 of those. There's this one little bead here, some lentils, the red, yellow, blue, the pink. So there's not a pair of all of these beads. Or wait. Yes, there is. Sorry. I really like these. And then you get these 2 little flower tabs. And then let's see what the purple is. It's like Christmas morning. Aww. I love that. It's so cute. They're so pretty. That was collection 34. In case anybody's been keeping notes as I open things of ones that they're specifically interested in. So this one has like 3 different colors of blue and these little like round beads. And then oh, okay. So there's a lot in here. So there are 3 in this size, which is that are slightly smaller. And then you get these 4, and they're all 2-hole beads. So you can either use them as a 2-hole design or use them as they are exactly. Absolutely. They are that's exactly it. It's like for a long time I wasn't I was kind of about using bone beads because it was just kind of, I don't know. But then it was explained to me by a friend of mine who's in a local tribe here, um, that that's actually showing respect because you're not wasting any of the animal, and so it's respectful to use every bit. So when I heard that, it kind of changed my mind, and I now love bone beads. And bone beads would be gorgeous with this. Or some recycled African glass beads in this blue color. Or these blue colors right here. Because they're beautiful. So again, that's 7. And in 2 different sizes too. That's so cool. So you could use the bigger ones for necklace and the smaller ones for like a bracelet. And I would totally just put one of those and make it the center and then go around. That way you can kind of spread out the love. Correct. Yes. Yes, little tree. Exactly. Oh, is Linda lurking? Linda, I swear, were you on Rosanna's under a different name? If not, there's a lady in our area that's name is very close to yours. But yeah. So this is collection 43. And there's 3 of the packets here. These are so cool. Look at all the paw prints. In case you haven't heard, we are gonna do a design. We're gonna do a couple of dogs. These are so cool. I love these. I just love all the different shapes and colors. And this can be, a cat paw, a dog paw, bear paw, whatever kind of paw you want it to be, that's what it is for you. Oh my gosh, they type. They take this one really tight. I have like messed up these tweezers. There we go. Oh, this one's a butterfly. This one's a flower with 2 hearts in the middle. And obviously, since these weren't designed to go together, you can just spread these out in different projects. So you've got 3 of the 2 whole focals. You get 2, 4, 6 paw beads, and then the accompany ones. And this is collection 43. I have to thank you guys again because you guys are the reason I'm getting to do this sale. And the way you guys showed up for the interview and then again for the sale last time. The comments you brought up during the interview about, oh, you should let Heather do a misfit sale, like all of that, and everybody chiming in, yeah, let's do it. It's just amazing. Pink and brown. See, this is another one of these collections that I just want. And there's a few of the collections with these. These remind me of bronzite. Because you have like that hint of metallic in there. This would be a very expensive necklace, but I would want to use like to sell, but I would want to use everything. Peace and brown. So pretty. This is the collection number 1. Also throughout the sale, when I go through and photograph, I'm gonna pull to the side some beads that or some collections that are very similar, and we will auction one of them that's available to everybody. And then there will be auctions that like you can only bid on if you haven't already won a collection. And because you can buy as many collections as your little heart and bank account want to do. But oh, oops, that belongs here. But we will be having those pulled to the side for people who haven't won an auction, because I have a feeling there's gonna be some like serious fans that are gonna be all about this. So this sale, again, these are the beads that are drilled across the top. So you get 2 of those. You get the orange beads, 2 of the barrels, and then you get 2 of these little flower beads, and there are 2 holes in it. And then this is the focal. I like the open donut. That's kind of cool. That's all. Yes. I'm so excited. Yeah. So I'm gonna do I'm photographing everything today after I'm done here. Just gonna turn some music on and get these. Uh-oh. Dang it. I need to pop out and pop back in because well, hold on. Let me see if I can just connect it back this way. Yes. Okay, I don't have to go out. I don't know what's going on. Oh, sorry, I have to put that on in a specific like order so that it comes back. Okay. And then I don't know how I missed this one. Because I think this is another one of the like, oh, I think this one is home and mom. Maybe. Yes. So the letters spell out mom and then home. But I would probably do that. Colors weren't so matchy. And then you've got this. There's one yellow bead. That's interesting. Most of them have been paired up, but that could just be a bead that goes right above your focal. Oh, oh. If this was 2 boys and a girl, just saying. It's 2 girls and a boy. So if you and or someone else in your life, these are so pretty. Oh, it's so gorgeous. That's collection 29, guys. Like I said, normally they paired everything up, but you could always just have this on top. Like grab this, do a barrel knot, put this over it, do another knot, and into your necklace. This is so cute. I can't get over it. Your only daughter has red hair? Yeah. Ah. Yeah, it kind of reminds the lava stone too, Gracia. So that's collection 29. And we have now opened all of the collections. I'm so excited that we got them all out. You guys have all got your little preview. Like I said, I'm gonna be photographing. I don't even know why I put this on me. You can't see me. I just glow. Um um I'm gonna put together a slideshow with each of them, and like there will be a number and then the beads and then a number and then the beads. So that's what I'll be doing that. My only daughter has red hair and you have 4. Yes. It could, yes. It could. You're absolutely correct. I didn't even think of that. You absolutely could do that. I saw 3 children, but yes, that could just be a family. Oh, that could just like this is dad, mom, and the little girl. That's a whole, I didn't even think of that. So thank you for pointing that out. Um, it will be at, we have a list that I'm going to go through, and then that's where the bids will start. And we'll go from there. Some of them will start lower than others, but it's there. And yes, Beth, you're gonna want to go back and watch. There was a lot of really pretty blue beads that I opened today. So I'm so I can't even tell you. I just the amount of trust they're showing me makes me emotional. Uh, I've ordered from 2 of their sales now, that's all. And I did an interview in the middle of the sales, like uh, in between the November and the February sales when I did the interview. We've had a few like video chats, and so for them to take this leap of faith and trust me with 50 collections of their beads is it's it makes me emotional because they could have taken the idea and done it themselves. So it's like I'm just it makes me emotional. But yeah, you're watching on TV until you go to sleep. All right, sleep, get some sleep. Yeah. Would be fun for a children's shadow box to hang in a room. Yes, that would be really pretty. Or to use as like the focal hanging from sun catcher would also be very pretty. I've never made a sun catcher, so that would be a little heavy. Rosanna, I understand. Okay. What we're going to work on today is we showed it last night how I took these flower petals and I put them on a jump ring. Now, originally it was just 5 petals, and I had like a little gold ball in between each of these. Rosanna said that if another one would fit, that's what I should have done. And because I'm going to try to wire wrap it so they stay in the flower shape and aren't all floppy, I'm gonna take the gold beads off because obviously um I don't need those on there. So let's see here. Where is the hole? Plus it'll be easier. The little gold balls were the most finicky part of this, was trying to get the petals and the gold balls on. So I need to put, and I think if I have it right here, I may make one of a larger gauge. Yeah. I think I want to make like a larger gauged jump ring. Oh, you can't see, sorry. A large, like a really good one. So then when I wire wrap around it with the 24 gauge wire, it will hold its shape better. So I'm gonna see what size, because I want to keep the size. It's about the fourth step, not as big as the fifth step. It's there, it's just in between the fourth and the fifth step. Rosanna, should I use the you were thinking of the catcher too? Hi, Heather. And if anybody popped in and I like didn't say hello, hello. So happy to see you. When I saw them, I thought you could place a pretty crystal in the middle of the flower. That would be really pretty. That's kind of where I was going with the gold wire, is I thought it would be really pretty. Rosanna, would you go bigger or smaller? You watched yesterday. That would be really pretty, actually. I don't, I, hold on. Because I could possibly just like start by putting that on. I wonder how that. Sorry, I'm looking for a crystal now that she said that. I also have these acrylic beads that are like little lantern beads. But that can be a really pretty center of the flower as well. The pot, I think. I'm trying to think what I have that could work. Because I know I have it, because it's in my mind's eye right now. But I buy these beads because I think they're beautiful, but then I can't figure out like what to make with them. Don't break it. I might have opened this too wide. Yep. Not gonna go back to the right shape. So we will try again. I have these kind too. These ones that I thought could be put on the upper part of this. I don't think this is the right size. I hate that noise. Okay, I think I got it. Make sure it's lined up with the hole. Find the switch. Stays. Nope, I messed it up. See, this was the hardest part of this whole project, was getting the jump ring through the bead, because I don't want the ring to be too loose. because then I have to wrap a lot more. But I also don't want the ring to be too small. I think. Does anybody off their top of their head know what gauge 0.6 millimeters is? I bet Linda does. We've never heard Linda complain about the fact that Americans are the only ones who don't go by the metrics. It's quite funny. Not like in a, she's, it's just funny. They do that, and they also, I'm gonna make a ring of both, I think. So cut this off there. Let's put our end, and then I'm gonna do the fourth step too. But yeah, it's comical. I love watching 22 gauge. Okay. So then I will use the 24 gauge instead. I just had the other, where's the ring? There it is. I just have the thicker wire. Is this silver or gold? I cannot tell in this light. I think that might be silver. I just have the one light on because otherwise, okay, gold wire. Hold on just a second. I think it's over here. Oh. Okay, this is what the wire already was. I had it out, and then I was like, oh no, we should open the Golem beads. And I have another idea that we're gonna do. This week I just need to order some more supplies because I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I thought what I had was going to work, but it didn't work the way I thought it would. So I need to order. No, that wire is definitely gold because I just compared it to the silver. So this is gold. Okay, so we're good to go. It was just the color that we have. We're gonna have fun. This is part of it. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so let's go with the larger size. Could I get my 6-petal ring? Yes, I did. Okay. What did everybody say about? I hate that you still do imperial. I know. That would be beautiful, little tree. Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. Just so you know, I do shows on Sundays sometimes. called Beading Besties, where I interview people from the jewelry world and I ask them questions about their jewelry journey, how they got started, how they are now, like the story of how that all evolved. And so I would love to do so. Linda, I still gotta have you on, girlfriend. We gotta talk about that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put larger jump rings on those if I use the thicker. All right, it's okay. Or oval would be, maybe oval would be better. Then it wouldn't get fluffy. Where's my oval jump rings go? They're right in front of you. Now these ones are the round ones, these ones are. Let me see if these ones are long enough. Not yet, Beth. I'm doing it today. Everything with the wedding and whatnot just kind of threw everything off schedule. Nope, these ones are not gonna be long. I have to use a bigger size. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the round ones. Oh wait, no, these are oval. My oval and round ones appear to be all intermixed somehow, and I don't know how that happened. Probably just like this, because see, that's the problem. It won't turn the corner. And so then you hear the little grindy noise, which is not a pleasant noise to hear. What am I doing wrong? Does anybody have a suggestion? Or do I just need, I don't see any 6 millimeter is the thing, and those are way too big. Okay, well. I will just make some. Sorry, guys. Roll 20 gauge right there. I'm sure is the third step gonna be able to. No, I don't think so. I think that's right in between what I had and what I needed. So this should work. I only need 6, but I always roll extra in case I get too far out of shape or whatnot. And I know I'm not showing how to do this right now. I have some videos that I just need to come up with the like thumbnails for, and then I'll be putting them up. And they're basically just like how to make your own jump ring, that kind of stuff. So good for beginners, and I feel like it kind of keeps the videos flowing together better. Because I know most of you that are live know what you're doing, but you don't need me to explain all the steps. Okay, line up with buffalo now, please. I just don't understand why I can't get the ring to turn. They might just be like a certain thickness. All right. Well, that one became an oval bead, which is fine. Let's take all these off. Put the new ones on. So we have 6 of these petal beads, and then I'm stuck on the idea about the crystal in the center, and now I'm like, how could I make that happen? And then I'm just kind of squishing the jump rings a little bit once they're in place so that just work hard in them a touch. And like I said, they're kind of becoming ovals because I have to squish them in much like a pinch veil. We discussed that part last night. So then they become more of an oval, which is fine because then it gives more room for the thicker center so that I know that it's sturdy and is going to keep all of these in place. And I'm sorry, I've been bad using my fingers instead of using my tools the way I should be. But your hands are the first tools you learn to use, so. But it's not proper technique. So I apologize. And then I just went through again. I grew up extremely poor. So we didn't have stuff. So we had to make do with what we could find. We would do nature art where we would just place it under a piece of paper or whatnot. Okay, this is a bigger one. So we want to put them all on with the petals going the same way. This bigger one might be too big. But that's why I made both sides. 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to close this and see how they spread out. Okay, so if I use the bigger ring, I'm going to have to add another petal. So do we want to add another petal? Or go down a size? This is what it would look like if we just added another petal. Or petal. I don't know why. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, no, I literally lived in a house that when we moved in, it went, I know, hun. Yeah, I told you, Linda, it drives Linda crazy. Um, when we moved into the house, it had a blackberry vine growing to the living room floor. We lived there, we didn't have electricity for 3 years. We cooked on a wood stove. We heated our bath water that way, everything. So just the way. So I took gym first hour so that I could shower after gym class. Taught me a lot more what I could do. Campfire coffee. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. So I'm gonna have to anchor onto the inside wire with the 24 gauge, which is that's 22. I'm just gonna pull off a length of wire that's, I don't know. I'm gonna say about 24 inches. I doubt I'm going to need all of this wire, but I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it. So I just need to anchor on the ring. This is the fiddly part, you know, that highly technical term. Or is that just an American term, Linda? Fiddly, an American term. Just one more thing Americans love to do, create new words. Come on, leave this page. Just try to get this sneaker on good and tight. Have the coils pushed. Because ideally, I would like to be able to just go. One of the things I was thinking about doing was putting like itty bitty acrylic pearls on it on the wire before we started wrapping. Okay, so now we just have to make sure that the petals are staying in the right direction. So I'm just gonna go across the ring. And for a second, it's gonna be fiddly. I'm gonna come back to the other side. And I just want to put, you know what? No, it's not what I think I can just like leave the wire, like go from one petal and then go through the middle and around the next one. And then I would still be able to make sure I don't kink my wire, still be able to possibly wire up something in the center. Okay, if it looks good that way. Okay, where are you? You know what? This is what I think I'm gonna do. I think if I undo the ring and do the wrap, add the petal, do the wrap, add the petal. That will make it to where I can control it better and everything isn't flopping around, making it difficult. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna cut off this more mangled end. I'm going to take, and then I can also just, instead of having to go through the middle, I can just put it through like the opening better. Oh my goodness, come on. I am not a wire wrapper, just so you know. This is completely out of my comfort zone. But if we don't try new skills, I mean, I can do like basic things. It's just pedal there. I'm gonna have to go through the jump ring so as not to put the pedal out of shape by going behind or in front of the ring. Right? Yes. And then pedal goes that way, and I do. Why did that not work? It just, by going through the jump ring, that wasn't what we needed to do. Help, guys, what do you think? What would be the easier way? I don't know. Yes, I love like Sparkies, and I don't remember what plumbing is, which is crazy because my husband's a gas plumber. So. Okay. Does anybody have suggestions on how to make this idea of mine work? Do I just have too thick of wire and I need to find a really thin wire to do this with? Because when I just put the pedal on, and then I go to wire a wrap on the opposite side of it, it's going, it's not holding the pedal. It's making the pedal go kind of weird. So it's not sitting right. Why can I not figure this out? I'm trying to think. That's why I'm picking up the stuff off my mat. I'm trying to think what would be best. The rings I did maybe a little too big. And that's why they're so like floppy. Okay, let's see. You use a needle and thread and see. Just thread all the petals and use 26 gauge and form a circle and then wrap. Okay. I kind of like the needles and thread because what I could do is I could even just like glue a piece of felt. So sewing needle and seed beads. Okay. That would probably be much easier to manage. Here. Really? I don't think this silk color goes because it's not white. So no to the pearl silk. Okay, this is Elon. We can either go with the color that matches it pretty close, or we could go with the darker. I could probably also crochet this together. I might try that. I think I like the dark pink for it. I think I might try. I'm gonna do a little chain stitch. That is 5 chain. So then I would need to put it's gonna pull out a section and hope that it's long enough. Let me show this again in case you're not a crocheter. When crocheting with Ceylon, I find the best size needle is 2.25 or B. This is a clover, and the aluminum shaft is best with this. So there are several, you can get metal ones, you can get aluminum ones, wooden ones, resin ones. They all seem to have like their own place, like different mediums crochet and slide on the hook different. I prefer the clover for this. So I'm just gonna make a loop and I'm gonna pull the end behind the loop. I'm gonna grab it with my hook. There it is. And then all I'm doing is making a simple chain stitch of 5 chains, which is just by going like you yarn over, you pull through. That's one. You yarn over, you pull through a second time. There's your second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then what I'm going to do, and we may not need as many petals now. I'm going to pull these into place. I'm hoping this will work because this will be much easier. And I didn't need to cut off a piece. Well, silly. Okay. Oh, let's see. You're threading that on. And all of my petals on. So then I'm gonna have to be really careful and I'm gonna have to hold on to both ends. But then what I would do actually, no, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm so sorry. I know that this is getting a little chaotic and I apologize. I have an idea. This was something we talked about doing last night and I've already been on for an hour and a half. I thought that I would just test this out, but I'm going to do this is just gonna a sliding stitch. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna do some double crochets around the cord. Then I'm gonna be able to pull that end tight. And it's gonna make a little circle. And then If I do it this way, then I can pull the center loop close by pulling this stitch right here. And what I'm thinking is that if I do a solid center, then I can just open the jump rings and attach them directly onto the circle as your thing. Thank you, little tree. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Elsie. That's true. That's scrubby yarn, yes. Okay, so then yeah, so I'm gonna crochet a center, and then we will try attaching the petals either with the jump ring or just putting them on the end directly in just a second. So I'm just gonna go through and do so to get the sliding knot, you take the cord around 2 fingers and you go up around and then you make an X. And then you go in between that X and pull up a loop and twist. And you kind of have to hold it in place or you lose it, just like I did. It's, you grab it like that, and then you're going to pinch that, and you're going to do just a chain stitch by yarning over and going through. And then you cast on to the loop. It is my recommendation that you crochet around the end. It's much easier. And then to do a single crochet, I'm just going to go into the loop, grab onto my cord and pull out, then yarn over and pull through both of the loops. And then we're going to do it again. So in through the loop, yarn over, back up, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through both of the loops on your hook. You're just going to do this until I usually do it like 5 or 6 times. We pull a little bit on the neck. There we go. And then we're going to want to like kind of spread out. Like we're going to want a stitch or two in between the petals. Probably one would be enough, but we'll see. Okay, so now we have our stitches. I'm going to pull the cording and it's going to form these into a ring, just like so. And then with the S1 on my hook, I'm going to go and I'm going to go in through the very first stitch that I made. I might have been pulling these too tight. I did. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely pulled it too tight. This is the beauty of crochet. And you're done. Take 4. Sorry, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might do 6. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 8. And then when I pull the string, if it's too many stitches, I can pull it out. Okay. Make our center again, because we want the center to be as close as possible. And I'll be able to close it tighter as soon as I've gone into the first stitch on the other side. Okay. So we're going to find our stitch, which are these little V's on top. We're going to go into the first one right here with our crochet hook. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull it through that first loop and then through that second loop. And we've now joined the circle together. So I'm going to pull this up long enough so that it's out of the way. And then we'll just, when we pull that really tight together, it joins the circle. I need to add another stitch or two. It doesn't seem to be a full circle. This will all depend on the size thread that you use for the center. I think I need to do two more silver. Which means I gotta open the loop up a little bit. Back in, pull up one. Pull up a second. Okay, now we're gonna go back into that first stitch. And what this is called is a slip stitch. So you're just pulling through there and pulling through there. And I already like the look of that. Yes, it needed those extra stitches. Now, depending on what you like, if you're someone who crochets, you already have the skill. You can either do like make one chain and then keep going. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to go through like that, and then I'm gonna do my first single crochet. And then this is where I have to just pull off enough cord and pray that I don't run out. But we can always knot more on if possible. So I'm gonna try to go through here. Pull the petal all the way down. And I know I'm not seeing the comments, and no, Beth and I. Hello, let's try this again. Hi, all so far. Hello, Kim. And then just do a little stitch. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do another single crochet in the same stitch. Okay. Then we're going to move on to the second stitch. We're going to do a single crochet. Then we're going to pull the petal up. Now I got to try to remember if I went back to front or front to back. Let's see. Nope, I did it. We're just going to make a chain stitch around the petal itself. Or maybe there doesn't need to be a stitch in between. Okay, so I'm going to anchor that. We're going to pull this one down into place. We're going to join it by putting the little chain stitch around it. And then we're going to go and we're going to do a single crochet. Give it a little bit of space. No, yes. Okay. Then We'll go to the next one. And I'm just going to go through, so we're in that. Pull the pedal down, and I don't remember how I was doing. I don't know if you do. If I can get this darn phone pretty quick here. All right, sweetie, bye. Okay, pull this down. Hello. If you guys could see how slow this thing goes down the C1. Can you please hurry it up? We do not have all day. I'm gonna sign off here pretty soon. We're gonna join it by doing simple stitch and then going in and doing a single crochet. Okay. Those two look fine. Why is this one all the way up? Okay, I'm gonna fiddle with this some, and once I come up with a pattern that works, I will show it to you guys. We'll probably do that tomorrow because I want to be able to do this. And I know there's a way to do so. So I'm just gonna fiddle around with this evening once I get the auction all set up and photographed and all of that. I will figure this out and then we will come back. Wow, I'm really blowing through that. And then I will come back tomorrow and I will tell you how I did this. And where we're at. But for those of you who are new, like Little Tree, I'm so happy that you are joining our community. In the description below, there is a link for the Beading Besties Facebook group. There's only one rule, and well, two. You have to be kind, courteous, and respectful to everybody else that's in the group. But you can post your Etsy, your Facebook page, your Instagram, your website. You can post items that you've created that are for sale. The only rule is that once you start talking about money, that needs to happen outside the group in Messenger, via text, whatever it is. That way there's no confusion that the group Beading Besties is responsible for the piece, how it's sold, the transaction, all that, because we're not. That would be a private thing. But that's the only rule. So oh, that's a good idea too. All right, I might try that too, Little Tree. That's cool. All right. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the fact that you guys show up for me every day. I will be back Wednesday night unless I'm feeling up to doing a live tomorrow morning. You can always check back. I am on at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if not, I will see you on Wednesday wind down, Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, and it is nice to see what other people are making. Yes, please join us. It'll be so much fun. Anyways, guys, until next time, and as always, happy beading.